It's that time. I've got a bag full of empties. I don't know why I'm singing everything at the moment. I just am. So, bag full of empties, all quite good ones this time round. First up is Skinrenascence Cleansing Gel. This is the 200ml pump bottle. That's the one. Sometimes they do this, sometimes they don't. At the moment, they're not doing it for some reason. But when they do a 200ml one, I buy it because I love this cleanser. I've never used it on an oily skin because there are other cleansers that I really love for oily skins, but I can't really see why it wouldn't work. It is just amazing. From everything from the smell to the texture to the company, it's made in the UK, it's cruelty free, it's just lovely. Highly recommended. So another cruelty free product is the Lime Life SPF. I think this is my third tube of the SPF. I really love it. I sell Lime Life. One of the reasons I sell Lime Life is because I love the products. And this is possibly my favourite product. It's definitely my favourite skincare product that we do because it's zinc based, it's good for the environment, it is amazing for your skin. It has completely transformed my skin. It works. It's just divine. What I really recommend is we sell one, it's called the Key. This one I've cut open, you can see, so I can get most out of it. It is the Kerastase Polishing Nourishing Milk. It's called something like Nectar Thermique. It's blow dry care for dry hair, and I love it. Tiny bit on the ends of your hair when your hair's damp after washing, and then blow dry it, and it's just really nice. And a tube of that, I know that Kerastase is not cheap, and most of the time I buy a cheaper hair product because I think a lot of them are the same thing in different packaging, but this is worth it because it lasts forever because you only need a tiny bit. Living Proof Full Shampoo. I didn't love this. It was okay, but it didn't do anything amazing for my hair, and I slightly preferred my Lush shampoo bar that I was using for months anyway. Living Proof is a really good company because it's all sulfate and silicone free and recyclable packaging, but I'm going to try, I've never found a conditioner that I really love, so I am going to try the Living Proof conditioner. It's not cheap, but I'm glad I tried it. Lots of people I know really like this. It just didn't do it for me. But there's lots of different options as well. I always go for full because I feel like my hair has the tendency to be a bit flat. It could be that I chose the wrong kind of shampoo for my hair. Noble Isle Summer Rising Cornish Hedgerows. I got this for $5.99 in TK Maxx, so it's usually much more expensive. I really love this. Noble Isle, check it out. This is my much loved Hourglass Diffused Light Ambient Lighting Powder. This must have lasted me a good 2 or 3 years. How long does it say? I can't even read on the back. I love this powder. I immediately bought another one. Everyone should have it. Garden of Wisdom Hyaluronic Acid. It is, for me, the best hyaluronic acid. There are lots of hyaluronic acids out there. Everyone goes, oh, and The Ordinary also do one, Superdrug do one. They are not as good. I'm here to tell you, usually I'm like, it all depends on your skin type and what you want. It's not going to be as good. The reason that I like this so much is the really small amount of ingredients in there. All other hyaluronic acids that I've looked at have a load of stuff in there that you don't need and you don't particularly want. Lime Life Quench Cleanse. Love this cleanser, suits loads of people. If you've got an oily skin, go for our Dream Clean Quench Cleanse. I love. It's cruelty free, it's paraben free. It's got one of those twisty heads so that when you travel it doesn't squirt down, which is a massive bonus for me. I really love it, especially if you like completely natural products. Another SPF. That's how often I do my empties. Lime Life due date. I'm about to finish my next bottle of due date. I love this facial oil. Now, facial oils are something that is really personal. Lots of people like the Pie rosehip oil. Rosehip oil does nothing for my skin. It almost irritates it, to be honest. I've got very weirdly sensitive skin. This works really beautifully. It keeps my skin supple and helps protect it, especially at this time of year. I put a tiny bit on every morning, and I just feel like when it's been really cold or it's been really windy, my skin doesn't chap or anything like that. It just keeps it hydrated and supple. It's got lots of antioxidants in it, which I'm very keen on. H&M Bold Liner. I don't know if you can get this anymore. I was really surprised. It was like £3. I'm sure it's got a lot of crap in it, and I'm sure it's not particularly good for you, or good for the planet. But it's a fat. It's broken, so you can't see. I can't get that off. But it was a fat nibbed liner pen, and it stayed on. So I was impressed by that. This is my Lime Life Perfect Liner. I get through one of these about every 5 months. It's pretty much the only liner I use now, which I'm kind of sad about. One of the reasons I got into blogging was that I'm just an obsessive trier of different makeup and whatever products come out. But nothing beats this liner. So it's the only one I use. Whew. What have we got? Daniel Sandler Watercolour Blush in Rose Glow. One of my most recommended products. This, I can't remember when he brought this out. About 3 years ago? 3 or 4 years ago this came out. And it lasts and lasts and lasts. It's £16.50 for this bottle. And it just lasts for ages. You only need a tiny amount. It's really, really lovely. This is Neod's Hydration Vaccine. This is nearly full, so it shouldn't really be in the empties, but I really don't like this, and I thought it was worth mentioning because this is their hydration vaccine. Apply a small amount all over the face in the AM and PM after application of serums. Ideally, they're multi-molecular hyaluronic. Don't know what the C is for. But before application of any other creams, sunscreens, etc. This I put on, and as soon as I put it on, I knew what it was. And I was really surprised, actually, because I may not love a lot of the Ordinary's products, and actually you can even see it on the back of my hand. But I know a lot of people love them. It's just a case of personal preference with a lot of it. This is their hydration vaccine, and it's just chock full of dimethicone. Now, some people don't mind dimethicone. That's, again, personal preference. I really am not keen because I don't know if you can see. It blurs, basically. But what I really resent is that dimethicone I don't like, because a lot of people, it does cause breakouts and they don't really realise it, and so they have a lot of problem with their skin, and it's the dimethicone in their skincare products that's causing it. But one thing I don't like about it is that it can stop hydration being lost, which I guess is why it's a hydration vaccine. But it also stops a lot of the healthy function of skin cells, pores and follicles. So I don't like it, and I'm really surprised. Dimethicone is something like second ingredient on the list, so you're basically just putting a load of silicone on your face, which I'm never gonna, no one's gonna be able to persuade me that that is a good thing. John Frieda Sheer Blonde Spotlight. I got this when I was blonde and I used it all up. It illuminates and glosses. I really like this. They do one that's not for blondes, that's called something like Illuminator and Glosser, and it is, always has been, a very nice put it on your damp hair product. I really like it. I could take or leave the rest of John Frieda's products, but that one I really like. We have got Lime Life Midnight Oil. Weirdly, I love this, but I don't like it as much as Due Date. My teamies who have an oily skin or a combination skin live for this. And the reason they love this so much is that often with combination skins, you get redness around the nose, or redness here, where you get breakouts. You might get hormonal breakouts and redness. This has really helped their redness. It's really helped their... it's really helped the condition of the skin and the tone of the skin. So that is actually one of my most recommended products for oily or combination skins. This is Suzanne Kaufmann's oil bath for the senses. My friend got this in the Liberty Advent calendar and I dog sat for her and she gave it to me, which was very nice. It smells divine in the bottle. When you put it in the bath, it smells of nothing. Which is sad because, as I said, in the bath, in the bottle, really nice. In the bath, nothing. This one says, use ideally after MMHC, multi-molecular hyaluronic complex. I need to go off and check the ingredients on this. I did quite like it, but not as much as the Garden of Wisdom. The Garden of Wisdom hyaluronic is about £9, and I'm guessing this is about double that. And it's probably got a lot more stuff in it that I wouldn't necessarily like. The one thing I would say is I much prefer this system. I know that some people are like, oh, it's really annoying how they make everything like a dropper because they're trying to be all scientific, and I like the fact that it's glass, and that is much better for recycling than these, which are plastic, but they may have just said it to appease me. But Garden of Wisdom said that if I returned the empty bottles, they would recycle them. And by that I hope they mean reuse them themselves, but I don't know. I know that before I cast aspersions, I know that there's probably lots of things that you have to be careful of when reusing for skincare. Lastly, I don't know why this is in here. It's my old toothbrush. Now I use my bamboo toothbrush. Sonicare, can't be beaten.